Hi, this is James Dean, owner at Pure Golden Botanicals, a premium CBD store at 9100 West National Avenue in West Allis, Wisconsin. Today I'd like to talk about the ABCs of CBD. A lot of confusion out there about where does this stuff come from, what is it, how do they get it, where does the oil come from, kind of how do you use it types of things. So let's start with the basics. The CBD or cannabinoid oils come from the industrial hemp plant. Scientifically, the name is the same as the marijuana plant. So what's the difference? Well, with marijuana, the marijuana THC, the mind-altering stuff, comes from the bud, just like the CBD oils come from the bud of the industrial hemp plant. The difference is that with the marijuana plant, the buds concentrate a lot of the THC, or the mind-altering substance, and very little of the cannabinoids. On the alternative, or the converse, the hemp plant concentrates a lot of the cannabinoids and a very, very small amount of THC, which by law cannot be more than 0.3% of THC in the products we sell. That can't make you high. In fact, you could drink a whole bottle of a CBD oil and you won't get high. You might get an upset stomach, you might get a little lethargic, but you won't get high. So another way to explain it is that there are different strains of the same scientific named plant. Give you another example. You're all familiar with tomatoes. You got red tomatoes and pink tomatoes, yellow tomatoes, purple tomatoes. They're all scientifically tomatoes. The difference is it comes in the strain. The different strains give you the different characteristics of color and taste and size in tomatoes. So that's the difference between the hemp plant and the marijuana plant. They're the same plant scientifically, but a different strain which gives them different characteristics. So how do you get the oils or the cannabinoids out of the hemp plant? Once the hemp plant is grown, they harvest the whole plant and they dry it. And then after they dry it, they have to remove these buds. The buds are the ones that are rich in the cannabinoid oils, and they have to get or extract the oil out of the bud. The various ways to extract the oil out of the bud, one of them is CO2. It's one of the cleanest methods. Doesn't leave behind much residue of anything, but you have to control the process very closely because it's a very cold process and you can fracture some of the cannabinoid oil structure and they don't work very well. Other ways are to use solvents to extract the cannabinoid oils, and then once you have extracted the oil, they go through another process to get all the solvents out. And one of the things that we require from our manufacturers or the products that we buy are that they have to be organically grown, non-GMO. They have to provide us with third-party documentation that the THC levels are by law where they should be, and that there are no harmful substances in it, whether they be any of the extraction chemicals and or yeast, molds, fungi of the sort. So that's one of the criteria we have when we choose our suppliers that have the products that we have in our store. The fastest way, so let me talk a little bit about the cannabinoids and how they fit into your body. All humans have what's called the human cannabinoid system. And these are an example of the various receptor sites throughout your body from head to toe that CBD oil can affect your body in a positive way. When you take a look at the CBD oils, not only do they affect the tissues and the organs, but they can affect the brain and the nervous system and so forth. So throughout your body recognizes the CBD oils or cannabinoid oils as natural. In fact, your body will make CBD on its own at times. Sometimes it just doesn't make enough, and by adding CBD or cannabinoids to your body, it replenishes the CBDs and cannabinoids that it's looking for, and you start getting the effect, the positive effect of cannabinoid oils. I'm going to show you another chart, and this chart shows you once they extract the oil, there's generally six major cannabinoids that are in the CBD oils or cannabinoid oils that you buy in CBD shops. These are the 6, and the one up here in the left-hand corner is THC. That's the mind-altering product or substance that's in marijuana. By law, it can't be more than 0.3% in the cannabinoid oils that anybody sells. But that little bit of THC in with the rest of these cannabinoids has an interesting effect called the entourage effect. It's a synergistic effect that allows all of these cannabinoids to work in a much better fashion than any one of them alone for giving a positive effect in your body, whether you're trying to use it for pain or inflammation, for anxiety, for stress, those types of sleep, so forth. But there's a lot of different areas of receptors, as you can see here, that are listed that affect your body in a positive way by these oils. So you ask yourself, what's the best way or the best type of product to use to get it into your system? The fastest way to get it into your system is to smoke it or vape it. Why? Because you have a lot of blood vessels in your lungs and it gets absorbed quite quickly into your lungs. The second best way to use it is to use it in an oil or a tincture under your tongue. Why under your tongue or sublingually? The reason being is that you have a lot of blood vessels under your tongue, and by holding it under your tongue for a certain amount of time, you'll get absorption into your system that way. Think of it like the old movies where the guy has a heart condition and he goes, "Oh my God, my heart, my heart," and he says, where are my pills? Where are my pills? And they give him his little pill, and he puts it under his tongue, and the next thing you know, 30 seconds later, he's better. And that's because it got absorbed very quickly from under the tongue. A third way to take it is to take it in a capsule form or orally. We also have it in gummies. That goes down through your gastrointestinal tract. It takes a little longer to get an effect from it because you may have food in your stomach and so forth, but in that aspect, you have to give it a little longer in order to start feeling the effect of the cannabinoid oils. So, in a nutshell, when you take a look at the cannabinoid oils, they come from the female bud, they get extracted from the female bud, they take out any of the harmful substances, we get a third-party documentation from our manufacturers that what's in the product or in the oil is actually what's stated on the third-party testing of it, and that it's by law less than 0.3% of THC. We pride ourselves at information at our store. Please stop in, and we'd love to talk to you, and we can show you the full array of different CBD products that we have that can be used not only orally, but they can be used for skin products, they can be used for topicals, for pain relief. We also have animal pet products. Why? Because the pets, your pets or mammals, have the same endocannabinoid system that we do, and they respond positively in the same way that we can. So that's kind of a little bit about the ABCs of CBD. I hope you like it, and please stop in and say hi, and take a look at what we have to offer at our store, and we can find a product that you'll like. Thank you.